Hi guys, hope you're well. So today I wanted to talk about something called somatic experiencing. So these are a couple of exercises that I found very useful. Again, calming the nervous system, helping bring you back into your body, and also kind of lowering that threat that you see from the external environment. Okay, so the first one is a very simple breathing exercise. And at the same time that you're breathing, you're going to say a mantra. So this mantra you can say in your head or you can say out loud. It's up to you. The one that I usually used was I'm here. Kind of I'm here in my body. And this is for when you kind of have those kind of uncomfortable sensations. Let's say your tinnitus is loud, or you have visual issues, you've got anxiety, panic attack, you're getting body symptoms, etc. A lot of compulsive thoughts. This is a great exercise to put in your toolkit to use when you're going through that heightened period of kind of anxiety. Okay, so on the inhale, you want to say I'm, and on the exhale, you want to say here. Sounds very simple, but over time, what this does is it sends messages of safety to those kind of scared parts of your nervous system. Okay, so inhale, I'm, exhale, here. Very slow, deliberate breaths, and it's very, very good. You continue doing that until you see a shifting of the sensations, of the emotions. Until that happens, you can continue doing the exercise. Okay, what you want to kind of do is build that kind of non-resistance. So as I mentioned before, you want to be okay with your symptoms. So what this does is it shows your nervous system that whatever's happening in your body, whatever's happening in your environment, you're here, you're in your body, things are under control, you got this. Okay, so that's number one. So the second one is more of an orientating response. And this is really interesting. This is kind of how the nervous system assesses your environment for danger. Okay, and this kind of goes back to when you see little babies, right? It's probably the best way that I can explain it. If you look at a little baby, if you just watch the little kid, right, you'll see his or her head moving, right? And usually they'll end up looking around the room when they're very young, okay, very slowly, very deliberately, and kind of in wonder, right? That is a sign of a very balanced nervous system. That very slow, deliberate eye movements, looking around the room, right, is a sign of a very kind of balanced nervous system. Now, over time, as we get older, our nervous systems tend to get more panicked and our eyes tend to flirt all over the place. Okay, so what we're doing here is we're kind of recreating that time when you were a kid and your nervous system was in balance. Okay, and the way that we do that is you want to drop into very easy eyes, and you can do this lying down, sitting up, wherever you are, right? And you just want to slowly start moving your head around the room that you're in. Okay, so let's say you've got the bowl behind me and I'm looking around the room, and slowly my eyes land on that bowl. Now I'm looking at the bowl, brought that into my vision. I'm focusing on every single detail of that bowl, the color, the shape, the texture. I'm really trying to describe it in my mind. I'm really kind of focusing on every single detail of the bowl. I'm looking at it as the first time I've ever seen it, like a kid does, right, in awe. You want to do that for about 15 to 20 seconds, and then you want to switch. You want to switch to within your body. So what's happening within your body? How does the air feel coming through your lungs? Noticing that your stomach's rising as the breath's coming into your chest. Okay. What are you sitting on? Is it a chair? How does the chair feel on your skin? Can you feel any breeze anything on your skin? How does the floor feel underneath your feet? Okay, so you want to do that for about 10-15 seconds. And then you want to switch back to the bowl, okay, and repeat the process. So you want to toggle between the external environment and the internal environment, okay? So once you've done that a couple of times with the bowl, then again, start looking around the room again and let your eyes just gently drop on something else in the room, okay? It could be a plant, it could be a flower, it could be a picture. And again, just repeat the same process, okay? You want to visualize it, you want to look at every single detail of the object, and then for 15 seconds, you will toggle back into your body and start noticing other things in your body. Make it interesting. Start noticing, the way you're breathing, things that you're feeling, your emotions, etc. So, what this is doing is it's sending messages of safety to your nervous system. Okay? The same way a little baby looks around the room with a very balanced nervous system, you're trying to recreate that. So you do this for about 3 to 5 minutes, okay? Focus on different objects and remember to keep toggling outside and inside, outside and inside. You might start to feel a little bit anxiety. I did as well. But as I mentioned before, when you do these exercises, it's perfectly normal to feel a little bit of anxiety, right? Recovery is not like that. It's like that, okay? And just remember, your brain is stuck in this ventral vagal stroke sympathetic state, and it's toggling between the two, right? The parasympathetic state's over here, right? We're trying to move your brain from that despair and fight and flight and kind of jacked up nervous system all the way over to rest and repair. So for it to go from there to there, it's going to be a wavy journey, okay? So when you start feeling anxiety, that's perfectly normal. If it's too much, okay, just back off, do little bits, do 1 minute, do 2 minutes, okay? But as I mentioned before, less is more with this stuff, right? When it comes to the nervous system, if you see, everything is very slow, okay? That's how the nervous system responds. That's how you release traumatic energy. That's how you bring things back into balance. Okay, guys? So there's 2 exercises, okay, under somatic experiencing. I hope they help you, okay? There is a 3rd one. You can have a glass of wine, but I wouldn't recommend that. So yeah, actually, a few of you guys have been asking me in the forums about alcohol and whether it's okay to drink alcohol on this protocol. What I would say is probably not, okay? While I was healing, I stopped alcohol for about 2-3 years, okay? I only have the odd glass of wine now, the odd glass of red wine. And to be honest, I used to be a pretty big drinker. I was working in events and a lot of my job was around socializing and entertaining. And, alcohol was definitely a big part of that. But the amount of clarity of thought that you get when you give up alcohol for, a while, it's unbelievable, especially if you've been drinking for a long time in your life. All I'm saying is just try it for a little while. I'm not saying go teetotal. Obviously, I have the odd glass of red wine now and again, but when you're healing, okay, alcohol definitely doesn't help, okay? It brings your nervous system out of balance. Anything that's kind of a stimulant like that is not going to help your nervous system, and especially if you're stuck in that desperate state, okay? You want to wait until you're recovered and you're operating with a normal nervous system, the parasympathetics kicking in, before I would say, you start drinking again, okay? So guys, I hope you find that helpful. And as always, please subscribe and, just in the comments, let me know how you feel it's going. I love to hear these kind of positive stories. I've already heard great testimonials from you guys, so it seems to be helping some of you, which is fantastic, and that makes me happy. Cheers guys, take care, bye.